What up, what up, what up, what? We on mute. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to MicroStudio. I am your host, Garen Belaney. We are live. We're just gonna be chilling for a second here, let the music play a little bit. I'm gonna be going over this session, what I did, because I'm in a cubicle right now. I'm not in my studio. I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia right now. I've been landed a workstation and a work cubicle, I guess, to run this live stream, and I wanted to let everybody know what I did to put myself in a position where I can show up like this on video. Welcome. We'll put the broadcast in there. Let me do a quick audio check just to make sure everything's going good. Make sure that's not too loud for the backdrop. And we'll let that thing run. We'll try to keep this thing to about 15 minutes to a half hour. Of course, if you're new here, my name is Garen Belaney. I'm the founder of a company called MicroStudio. MicroStudio is a podcast in a bag. It's geared towards remote workers, hybrid workers, traveling professionals, podcasters, to be able to take their equipment with them wherever they go. When it's time to go grab your MicroStudio, I'm your host, Garen Belaney. It's been a big couple weeks here. This is my second live stream this week, and I'm wanting to really promote MicroStudio and how I'm going to show up in different areas. No matter where I'm traveling, whatever room I get, whatever I'm going through, this is how I'm going to show up in the virtual world, and this is what I'm going to promote: virtual professionalism. I just came out with my very first digital course, Your Virtual Event Checklist, walking you through everything you need to know, everything you need to do before you go into a virtual event, a live stream, a Zoom meeting, a conference call. If you value video outreach, this is for you. MicroStudio is for you. This course is for you. It's $47. 26 episodes, 160 minutes of video content of myself, your instructor, walking you through everything you need to know when implementing proper lighting, proper video techniques, proper audio techniques to make sure that we're able to hear you clearly, concisely. This is just a pop-up live, not expecting anybody to join. So if you are watching the replay, I encourage you to put your questions in the chat. I review these streams and I go through these streams every evening, and then any questions that come, I will bring it into the next stream. I'm in a position now where I'm going to be here until August 2nd. So I'm wanting to do daily streams just to talk about how I'm incorporating MicroStudio in my day-to-day activity. Video outreach. Are you a sales professional? I was a sales professional too. I did cold calling, outreach, 10 years of sales, 8 years of those were door-to-door selling. 5 years corporate selling in the business space. I got tired of how we showed up in Zoom meetings. I found a solution, and we're here today for MicroStudio. Cargo Margo, welcome to MicroStudio. Tuning in here. This is my current setup, the video quality. You already know Cargo Margo. I'm coming in and bringing that crispiness, and I feel that every working professional sales leaders who maybe are managing a team of sales professionals, I would highly encourage to sit down and talk with you. I want to talk to you about how you can implement MicroStudio for your sales team, for yourself, not only leveraging live streaming, but using video outreach to generate new clientele, we're trying to humanize ourselves in this virtual world. And the only way we can do that is having effective equipment, proper equipment. MicroStudio simplifies all of this for you. MicroStudio just came out and they launched their starter kit, working with Elgato and Corsair. If you're familiar with Elgato and Corsair, they're highly sought after in the gaming streaming world, in the virtual world. I've had an opportunity to work with their marketing division and speak with some individuals there to allow me to use their name with MicroStudio, allow me to be a reseller for their products, a virtual trainer for all of their products. So when you invest in MicroStudio, you're also getting digital trainings on how we can best implement these products. One thing that I really want to talk about, and NVIDIA is it's a graphics company. So a graphics card you're probably very familiar with. On my laptop right now, I got a GeForce RTX. They've actually collaborated with Elgato to pump out some pretty crazy software updates, one audio, making it more of a condenser microphone. So I'll show you here right now. This is the starter kit that comes with MicroStudio. This is my demo kit that I have right now. We will be shipping out bags by early August. This hard shell case, if you have all of the equipment that you need, but you don't have anything to carry it with, you can still get MicroStudio without having all the hardware. So you will get this hard shell case, giving you an opportunity to put all of your equipment in there that you have right now. And it's gonna give you another carrying case, a carrying bag, certified by yourself, Garen Belaney. This will all come to you $300 Canadian. Very cost-effective, high-quality bags. The first 50 bags will get lifetime warranty on the bag, so be mindful of that. And stay tuned for the launch out. So this is one of the things that actually comes with your Elgato or your MicroStudio starter kit. This is the Elgato face cam. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. This is a beautiful 1080p 60 webcam. This is the top of the line webcam that you can get on the market until you start going into the mirrorless category. I'm not showing up with, if I'm not having no opportunity to show up with a mirrorless camera like you're seeing right now, I'm showing up with my Elgato face cam. This comes with your starter kit. This is a beautiful camera, and the amount of stuff we can do in the After Effects to make ourselves look amazing. Ooh, baby, come on. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for y'all. And then of course, they did a software update. This is a Wave 3, the Elgato Wave 3. This is their microphone that we have coming in. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. There we go. So this is a beautiful microphone too. This is a Wave 3 microphone that comes in your starter kit, and absolutely gorgeous. I did the software update this morning. So what the software update did was make this microphone more of a condenser microphone. So eliminating those outside sounds that you hate, the bathroom flushing, the dogs barking, the keyboards clicking, the you sneezing. So this Wave 3 with that software update is going to give you an opportunity. I tried it this morning, and it is a pretty good software update considering you don't have to upgrade your equipment to get that quality microphone. What you're listening to right now is an SM7B. This is my absolute favorite microphone to use, and this is what I'm going to use when I roll up in any sort of virtual world. Let's put this back up there. I don't want that thing to fly. So we'll do this, and this is a really interesting setup for me because I wanted to challenge myself to go into areas where I may be not so comfortable with. I get a lot of, I feel sometimes I'm not able to relate with my audience, my clients, because they see me in a studio and they feel they can't put themselves in that position. So I would highly encourage you, again, I do have a virtual event checklist, digital training that I just launched last week. It's a $47 course, and it's going to walk you through all these things that you need to look for. You're going to get a PDF version of this course. You're also going to get a virtual event checklist that you can go through every single time you go into your virtual event to minimize any sort of issues that may arise when you're using technology. Technology is great, but if you're not able to use it effectively, it can cause you that headache and all of those gray hairs that you can kind of see in my hair right now. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to get a lot of people on the actual replay for this. Today I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful city, a great place to hang out in the summertime. It's plus 35, plus 40 degrees Celsius today. So I'm going to be hanging out in the studio here right now, and then I'm going to be popping out there. But I'm going to be doing some cold calling today. So I'm in the business center of Kelowna, and my job right now, because I came out with this virtual digital course, is just to get gauging of what importance people put onto video. We're 2 years into this now. And me personally, I mean, I'm biased, but I think a lot of people really need to step up their video game. They use the excuse that this is their authentic self, and this is what, you know, it's the content within that matters. I agree, but if you're at a position where you have a good following, you're cheating yourself from your audience. This is not for you. This is for your audience to enjoy this and really bring that YouTube-esque style when it comes to their content and their video meetings. And this has established credibility for me. I get this, you know, how do we monetize this? How is this gonna pay me back dividends, Garen? Because let's say the starter kit is a $1,500 kit that gets you everything that you see here right now, minus the camera and the microphone. However, these Elgato products are the next best thing. And the price range increase from the starter kit to the medium kit is significant. And I understand not a lot of people are in a position to be able to spend money on a mirrorless camera. I'm always going to recommend doing it because the long-term investment on that is outstanding. It does way more than a webcam does, but you got to pay for it. And I wanted to make this as accessible as possible to people. So the money, the ROI you get on investing in MicroStudio is it's astounding because you get the instant credibility, and it's hard to put a monetization on credibility and how people take you seriously in the virtual world. But when you show up like this, you instantly get some sort. There's an authoritative feeling to this when you show up in video looking properly and professionally, and whatever industry you're in as an expert. If you're able to relay that message and that expertise in a beautiful manner in the virtual world, you're going to win more deals. I won way more deals doing this. I didn't have to move anywhere. I didn't have to travel. I was an outside sales executive. I did Zoom meetings. I did all of this, and I closed meetings over Zoom. I haven't been in that position because I've been building up MicroStudio. I've been building up an organization to simplify it for companies, for individuals who want to upgrade their live streaming kit. Now it's a one-click situation. We send everything to you in a bag, in a box. You get digital trainings along that. You get access to GarenBelaney.com Members Lounge, which currently has your virtual event checklist in there ready to go. So check out GarenBelaney.com. I will put that in the chat. Go to the Members Lounge. When you go to the Members Lounge, you'll be able to find and you'll be able to sign up for that. It's a $47 course. This course is also going to fund me as a content creator moving forward to develop other courses. I have a live streaming course that I want to produce. I have a sales 101 course that I have ready to go. I will be producing that shortly, and I want to be producing an episode where I'm going to be implementing video outreach and how to implement video outreach as a working professional to work in your favor, to close more deals, shorten sales cycles, win more deals, establish credibility in the virtual world. I've done all of these things, ladies and gentlemen. And I live in a place in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I've been able to build a very good following, a very foundational following by showing up on video consistently like this every single time. Hey, I put value on quality, so hopefully the stuff that I talk about is of value to you. And I feel for $47 on the virtual event checklist, you're going to get your money back on that plus more. And it's just a great way to support content creators, especially for LinkedIn. I feel LinkedIn needs a lot more content creators, especially in the video space. And I want to be the leader in that. And I'm working hard, tirelessly every single day to be that leader for all of you. Man. The biggest difficulty for me for setting up this studio is, and this is what we talk about in the actual course, is an isolation piece in your backdrop. Being really, really mindful of your backdrop and making sure that we're just not showing up in a blank wall. That was my situation. I had a blank wall. I'm in a maybe, I don't know, a 10 by 10 space, 8 by 8 space. And this is what I had to deal with. And this is where we kind of came up with the backdrop. So I grabbed a milk crate and I grabbed a stand, and I was able to put something in the backdrop. So it's just giving my audience something else to pay attention to rather than just a blank wall. And we talk about this in the course. So I highly encourage everybody, when you are setting up for a live stream, when you are setting up for a virtual event, to really put emphasis on, not crazy emphasis on your backdrop, but be mindful of it and be aware of what is going on in your backdrop. If you're in a position where there's going to be people walking by, maybe make sure you're not going to have to worry about that situation. I closed the door to let others know, hey, I'm going through a live stream right now. You can't see it, but this door does have a window in it. So as people look through, they can obviously see that I'm busy, but you want to be in an environment where you're minimizing your interruptions. So we have a half hour together, so we want to minimize these things so we can really amplify what's going on in the chat. But a question for everybody watching this, we're at the 15-minute mark. I'll keep this to, we'll probably brush this up in 5 minutes. I don't want to have my live streams any longer than a half hour. I don't feel a lot of people have a time to do that. So I want to respect your time and make sure you're getting the best value when you're hanging out with me for the 15, 20 minutes. So I'll wrap this up in 5 minutes here. But I want you to understand I'm going to be doing more live streams. Put your questions in the chat. If you are watching this on a replay, I'm a content creator for LinkedIn. So I put a huge emphasis on LinkedIn. I put a lot of funny videos out there, but that's where I do a lot of my business, and that's where you're easily accessible to myself, as I check that so often. I don't check my YouTube. I don't check my Facebook that often. However, I do. So if you do have questions, I will go through the live streams. I'll monitor those questions. I'll answer them in that live stream, but also bring them into the next live stream also. I did a live stream a couple days ago in Revelstoke. In Calgary. I was in my really good friend's basement. I'd encourage you to go back into my feed, check that out. You can see different surroundings where I actually had a backdrop to play around with. We talked about lighting in that situation. Today, I just really want to talk about just having a backdrop and really put an emphasis on that. So for me, I just kept it simple, having my bags in the thing. Your isolation piece, you want it to be something that you can talk about and you're comfortable talking about. just so if questions coming up, more so in a Zoom meeting, and there is that dead time where you don't know what to do, you have an opportunity to fill that time with some stuff in your backdrop. And that's what we want to talk about. So we're hitting up 4 o'clock, and I'm very, I had to take a step away from live streaming just because I was producing this digital course. I produced everything myself. I wrote the course myself. I did all the graphics. I did all the editing, the transitions, the distribution, the subtitle. I did everything on this course, and I was a little upset when it was only going to be $47 when I talked to my team about distributing that, but it's one of many, and I'm really excited for you all to invest in that, because I feel that you're going to get value in that. If you're not getting the results that you want from video, and if you find you're not getting where you want to be in video, your virtual event checklist is going to be the place to start. And it's going to give you all the foundational tools that I use to get more deals when I was working in the virtual world. It's going to get you in the community where you're going to get a lot of people who value video and everything else. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So we got the saxophones going crazy, but we're just going to build an environment where we can actually put ourselves in a position where we can communicate with everybody. We can learn together. We can grow together. We can network together. My job right now is just to work with you to make you look better on video, make you comfortable on video. Like we talk about lights and stuff like that, and how we can highlight features, we may be confident with, and we can low light features we might not be comfortable with, right? So that's just all about placement with the cameras and everything like that. And that's what you're going to get with your MicroStudio. Starter kit's $1,500 Canadian, arrives in your door. Everything is there. You don't have to waste your time. So it's very, very simple. But being able to put this stuff into play, and what I'm going to be doing after this live stream, I'm in the business center right now, so I'm actually going to go cold calling. I'm going to be talking to marketing division, sales professionals, sales leaders within these towers, just to see if they're doing virtual meetings, how often they're doing virtual meetings, and if they are doing virtual meetings, do they really care about how they're perceived online or how they're presenting their selves online. That's going to be my biggest challenge when cold calling, is the actual education factor of, hey, this is not really okay anymore, and there should be some sort of sense of online brand compliance put into place when we're showing up in video, so everybody on your team looks the same. Everybody on your team looks consistent. We don't have employee A killing it in video, utilizing video outreach to generate new leads, to establish relationships within a business space, and then we have person B who just doesn't really get it, doesn't adapt to it, and then you have 2 different results, but you have 2 people representing the company. That's what I'm really trying to put an emphasis on. But put in the chat, maybe video is not as of importance. It's really hard for me to believe that. I'm biased in all of this, but I've seen the results, and I want to teach everybody how they can implement that. And it does start with some equipment. This course, you don't necessarily have to have equipment. You can utilize your equipment that you have. So as long as you have the 3 pillars of virtual professionalism, if you have lighting sources, if you have audio sources, and then if you have a video source, you can utilize those 3 pillars within this course. However, the demonstrations and everything is going to be through the MicroStudio. 15 minutes. This is a quick 20-minute stream. I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be going around different situations where different settings, so I might be in a different room tomorrow. I want to just make note, this is all on wireless Wi-Fi. I did a speed test today, and I was very, very happy with the upload speed, especially for a public setting, free Wi-Fi on that. I know Ross is probably not going to be too happy I'm using free Wi-Fi just from as far as a security standpoint goes, but I'm very excited for this journey. This is the time for me to put my sales hat on. Over the last 9 months, I've been doing everything else but sales, just to really have that foundation. I'd encourage you to check out GarenBelaney.com, www.GarenBelaney.com. Go to the members lounge there. It'll give you an opportunity to purchase my digital course. It was my very first digital course, 26 episodes, 160 minutes, and investing in MicroStudio and investing in that course is going to fund and ensure that I can continue doing these live streams. I can continue to educate, and I can continue to elevate anybody who wants to learn more about video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to MicroStudio. I'm your host, Garen Belaney. Put your questions in the chat if you do have any questions. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a pop-up tomorrow. Appreciate your time. Thank you all so very much. And I hope you all have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.